Ramesh was a farmer who lived in a small village surrounded by lush green fields and vast farmlands. He was known throughout the village for his vast knowledge of farming and his ability to grow the most delicious and nutritious crops. Ramesh's farm was his pride and joy. He spent every waking moment tending to his crops, nurturing them, and watching them grow. He was a hard-working and diligent farmer, and his farm flourished under his care. However, not everyone in the village was as kind and generous as Ramesh. There was a wealthy landowner named Kumar who lived in the village. Kumar was a greedy and selfish man who only cared about one thing, making more money. Kumar would often cheat and deceive the other farmers in the village, buying their crops at low prices and selling them at high prices. He would also steal their ideas and techniques, using them to improve his own farm. Ramesh was one of the farmers who suffered at Kumar's hands. Kumar would often try to cheat Ramesh, offering him low prices for his crops or trying to steal his ideas. But Ramesh was a wise and honest man, and he would never give in to Kumar's tricks. One day, a severe drought hit the village, and all the crops began to wither and die. Kumar, who had been relying on his wealth and influence to get by, was unable to save his crops. He tried to buy water from the other farmers, but no one was willing to sell to him. Ramesh, on the other hand, had been preparing for the drought. He had built a large water tank on his farm, which he had filled with rainwater during the monsoon season. He used this water to irrigate his crops, and they continued to thrive even in the midst of the drought. As the drought continued, Kumar's farm began to fail. His crops died, and he was unable to grow anything new. He became desperate and began to beg the other farmers for help. But Ramesh, remembering how Kumar had treated him and the other farmers, refused to help. "You should have thought of this when you were cheating and deceiving us," Ramesh said. "Now, you must face the consequences of your actions." Kumar was shocked and angry. He had never expected Ramesh to refuse to help him. But as he looked around at his failing farm, he realized that Ramesh was right. He had sown seeds of greed and selfishness, and now he was reaping the consequences. As the drought finally came to an end, Kumar's farm was left in ruins. He had lost everything, and he was forced to start over from scratch. But Ramesh's farm was thriving. His crops were healthy and strong, and he was able to sell them at a high price. The villagers were amazed at the difference between Ramesh's farm and Kumar's. They realized that Ramesh's honesty and kindness had been rewarded, while Kumar's greed and selfishness had been punished. As the villagers looked at Ramesh's thriving farm, they remembered the old saying, "As you sow, so shall you reap." They realized that Ramesh had sown seeds of honesty, kindness, and hard work, and he had reaped a bountiful harvest. The story of Ramesh and Kumar spread throughout the village, and it became a cautionary tale about the importance of honesty, kindness, and hard work. The villagers learned that if they wanted to reap a good harvest, they must sow good seeds. Years later, Ramesh's farm was still thriving. He had become one of the most successful farmers in the village, and he was known for his honesty and kindness. Kumar, on the other hand, had learned his lesson. He had started over, and he was working hard to build a new farm. He had realized that honesty and kindness were the keys to success, and he was determined to sow good seeds from now on. The moral of the story is that our actions have consequences. If we sow seeds of honesty, kindness, and hard work, we will reap a good harvest. But if we sow seeds of greed, selfishness, and dishonesty, we will reap a bad harvest. It is up to us to choose what kind of seeds we want to sow.